Alright people, how we doing up there? First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird, and my company is Black Series Edition LLC. I'm working on getting a stand, I gotta get around to it. But anyway, this is a metal projection screen. It's actually one of the shelves that was in the cabinet that I put together for the office. And it was just a shelf I didn't really need at the end of the day, so I just never used it. And basically I thought it'd be a good idea to turn it into a projection screen. So there it is. Right there sitting on it is our Apex or FLE dedicated Apex Gamer. And this is a technology we developed for gamers, but you can use it for other applications also. So we wanted a class for our Quasar technology for home theater, and we wanted a class for just strictly gaming. But like I said, as you can see, you can do other stuff on it besides gaming. But it does produce amazing colors. Usually gamers do that because we do a lot of gaming on them. That's what I'm showing off right now. Projector we're using is called a Maxsonic. We don't advise using knockoff projectors, but we had this projector for over 5 years. Showed it in quite a lot of demonstrations on our YouTube channel. It does support our technology. Do they make bigger ones? I wish, because projectors are very, very affordable. But we get projectors for $10 anyway, so we don't have to spend a lot of money. It's just interesting having something else besides a name brand actually working on the technology. So there's the metal screen right there. Like I said, it's a shelf that went to the cabinet system over there and decided to coat it over with our technology and use it on a 50 lumen projector 720p. Now, when we did this demonstration, we did one on invisible technology, screens submerged under water, and yet somebody commented and thought it was a laser projector. No, it's not a laser projector. I mean, the name's right on it. I don't know how anybody can get that confused. And we've used this projector for over 5 years, so it shows up in quite a lot of demonstrations. And never once have I ever mentioned it was laser. Basically, these are people just trying to figure out how it's done. We used to get that all the time. We try to figure out how the screen's done, or if it's this, if it's that. If it's a high-powered laser projector. And I only had one laser projector, and that was Casio, and that was a hybrid projector. I had 2 of those. That's basically about it. Those are laser, but that's not laser. That right there is a little portable projector. It's a DOP and LED projector. As I said before, when you're buying your portable projectors, make sure they have that little logo on it, because if they don't, that thing's going to come out looking pretty crappy. All right. So I'll show you some demonstrations. Of course, always fully lit environment. We're in the commercial environment, of course, the office. Let's go over and let's bring up, let me see. You can see I got the screen pushed back a little farther. I'm going to be using this from now on for something. I got that for projector mapping applications over there. Let me see. OLED demonstrations. Fine here. Now, the new technology we have here for our gamer actually produces insane colors. As you can see, we have our giant cardboard screen over there made out of United States Postal Service shipping boxes. And we do those demonstrations on just a little $10 projector. Nothing big, XGA, 720p unit, and a fully lit environment, and screen picks up beautifully, especially when you do a comparison of the difference between that product and a white surface. A white screen can't hold a candle to it. Now, all our products are ultra short throw compatible. As we show you in our demonstrations, right, we have our own ultra short throws. And work on Pico projectors. The lumen count we have for this technology is 50 lumens. It starts off at 50 lumens. Quasars can pick up at 50 lumens. That's why I told you at the end of the day, when I see people put in their requirements for lumen capabilities on their screen paints at 2,000 and 3,000. That is nothing. That's easy to do. It's a safety net, just in case if the screen has any complications in the environment that it's set in. Having a good amount of lumens will fix any problems that may occur. That's why they set them so high. So pretty soon, October the 1st, I'm going to show off AdTech to everybody out here. They'll get a chance to see that screen activate. So we already have a few buildings we're going to be putting AdTech in, so they can actually see the screen on display. And this will be fantastic for me to show people that I'm doing business with. Hey, go over this address, go to that address, go over there. We got AdTech sitting right in the window if you want to check it out. Can't get any better than a demonstration on your product to have it actually there in a window displaying. Can't get any better than that. That's the best advertisement you can have. I had a few companies already state that, well, you want us to put some of your stuff in? I was like, no, you're good. Trust me. Just the fact that you have it up there in the window is the only thing we need. That's it. Let me see. Oh, we do got one here. Now, this is the importance of having real ambient light rejection, not something made up, not something fictional, something real. This is what we specialize in. This is when I get customers who ask me about ambient light rejection technology, and the first thing we'll do is we'll show them a demonstration with the screen and a ceiling. Can't get any more ambient light rejection than that. That's the same light that plagues screens at the end of the day, that they don't function and don't work. We can actually operate in that environment. So when we show them that, it shows at the end of the day that we can back our products up. And again, remember, we have to be on site with this stuff. Well, I was already on site already before, but I have to be on site, so it has to work. I'm on site right now. In fact, this is my office. It's still on site. It's still commercial. And this is why every time I see a commercial environment or even home use, if you're using a white or gray screen, you can't read. Now I'm going to do a match or better today. It's an awakening of gray screens because, again, still crying and complaining that we see with the lights on. Where is this happening? I'm curious. I looked at that P2 projector, Epson LS800. I went through YouTube. I searched. Every single person with a gray screen is sitting in a dark environment. None of the matching betters have been completed. So I got another one for you. We're going to do a demonstration, fully lit environment, Starfield. Commercial. You're going to have to pull in a commercial environment. I don't know why it's an issue. You should be able to do it, no problem. If you're going to make claims that your product does this, then you should be able to do it. I don't know where things went different, where now we are getting in where people want to make claims for things, but they want to make claims about their products, but when it comes down to backing up the product, they don't want to do it. But they still want to make claims that it works. The world doesn't work that way. Either it works or it doesn't. But you can't get mad if we tell you a gray screen doesn't read, because it doesn't. I go to the farm sites. They're still holding on to that. They're still holding on that they produce. Well, look, how about this? How about we bring courts involved into it? Because if it gets to a point where you're actually going out and you're making these false accusations, that you're telling customers lies and you're saying, hey, look, our products can read in fully lit environments. We read 100% contrast levels. We pick up color. If you are basically, and the way we're sent in today, you can read these things, but your quality level is extremely poor. So if you feel the need at the end of the day that you're comparing yourself to a high-tech gunmetal screen, or you're comparing yourself to a black screen, then we'll just have to take you to court. And we'll sit there and you'll have to prove it in front of a judge, not in front of YouTube and in front of a court. Because again, it's consumer fraud. You can't do this. So if you can't back it up to us and you really just want to get on camera and lie, well, we can just take it to court and you can go before a judge and you can talk to them, prove it to them. The only difference is on YouTube, it's just embarrassing if you fail. And there, if you fail, you're going to get hit with a fine. Those fines are pretty hefty. And depending on how long you've been spreading this lie and to consumers, it possibly jail time. So yeah, I'll be challenging some companies pretty soon. Once we get everything in our foundation already set up, and we're ready to go, we're doing our back and forth with our on sites. Yeah, we're going to challenge some companies. That's why I like Epson. Epson went out and challenged Valve. I like that. They didn't let that stuff slide. They could have sat there and said, well, you know, hey, this is gonna rip off a bunch of people. They don't like that at the end of the day. It tells at the end of the day that Epson has a passion for their work at the end of the day, because, you know, when you have a passion for what you do, you can see nonsense a mile away and you will call out on it. You won't let it keep going. So, you know, if you're saying that your contrast levels are fair, that's an honest, you're being honest here. If you're saying that you work in an ambient light controlled environment, there you go. You're being honest here. If you're saying that we pick up colors, but, you know, colors need to be calibrated, and they do have to be calibrated on gray and white screens. But if you're saying you're equal to a screen that pulls a 0.9, 0.8, or our FLE technology, then you've got issues there. You're not being honest. Yeah, they're going to pull into your test. That's what's going to happen. They're going to go and they're going to look back and see your history on how much testing you have on your products. And then whatever you made claim to, if they can't find the test, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. You have to understand, that's like the technology under the ad tech. If we lied, never did the demonstration and lied and said, hey, look, we've got a screen that can absorb sunlight. We lie about this. And companies come in and they purchase this technology, and ad tech isn't exactly cheap. So they come in, they purchase ad tech. We make all this money off of it, and the product doesn't do what it's designed to do. It's never even been tested for sunlight. Do you have any idea how much trouble you can get in that? A lot of trouble. So people invested money into your product, and your product doesn't work the way it's supposed to. Now, for anyone who sits there and says, well, my product does work. I got more customers than most people have on YouTube right now selling screen paints. I'm on site right now. Majority on site all the time. I have more test demonstrations than anyone, 11,000 and growing. I'm pretty much, by the time we hit December, I'm looking at maybe 15, 16,000 demonstration tests completed. Another year from now, that number's going to reach 30,000 easy. I'm already building another YouTube channel just for our test. So now I got to keep them separated because we got all this new product coming out. I got to do new testings. I got to be on a different site. And yeah, the ad tech is literally going to have a greenhouse that's being displayed in. Why not? It's a screen that absorbs sunlight. That's not going to bother it at all whatsoever. That's how we're going to advertise it, in a greenhouse. Name one projection screen right now that can do that. They're not attempting to go near a greenhouse. There's nothing to protect your screen. But an ad tech can survive in an environment like that. And mind you, what you saw in that demonstration was 60%. It wasn't a fully done screen. It was just a test to see if the screen could do it. So it's only 60%. Imagine when the screen hits 100%. That's why we're getting the greenhouse for it. I want some crazy demonstrations. I got a few friends of mine who have some crazy land at the end of the day. And we want to advertise this screen outside, out in the open. That's how I want to advertise it. It's the only way to advertise it. Just stick it inside to do demonstrations and disrespects the technology. Show it for what it's designed to do. So if you can get a screen that can operate outside in a greenhouse, that thing can go anywhere it wants. That's the whole next level of the ad tech technology. So I guess for people who are trying to be ad tech and try to copy ad tech, you don't understand the technology behind ad tech. Ad tech isn't just a window advertisement. It's a whole product line of projection screens. That's what ad tech is. You can get a screen to advertise and sunlight to push through it. You can put that screen anywhere you want, including a mall at 200 inches, which we're planning to do, and open up a store in the mall. So not only can they see that screen on display out in the open, which is going to have one of those touchscreen laser systems, that's what we purchased, so people can touch it, drag and drop and have fun with it, but they can actually go to the store and redirect it. And that means every store in that environment, when they go to our store in the mall, it's going to see those windows displaying ad tech. Yeah. So that's what we're working on, some other cool stuff. We got a lot of stuff we're working on, a whole lot of stuff. Meanwhile, I can come here on my desk and put a screen in. A sheet of metal.
You know you could be vaping formaldehyde, which is used in taxidermy. Yeesh. Together we will make...
No. Moving on. There we go. Now you're talking about a 50 lumen projector at 720p XGA. This is why I explain to people at the end of the day, all this money you're spending on projectors, you're buying them because you're trying to fix a problem that's already, you can fix it right from the door. You don't have to spend that money to fix that kind of project, fix that kind of problem. You need a better screen. Comes down to your screen. I don't care how much money you spend on your projector, without a proper screen, your projector will not work properly. I don't think I'm going to buy any screens. I'm going to build my screens all out of junk. It has a bigger impact when you build screens. That's what a Quasar was designed. Quasar didn't have any high-tech screens in there. Quasar was designed out of trash. We went out and got an old dirty piece of wood behind the side of the garage, converted that into a screen. Cardboard box projection screens. Yeah. You know what impact that shows at the end of the day? It shows that the customer doesn't really have to go out and spend money for a fixed frame screen or any of that stuff at the end of the day. Just go out and pick up something at Home Depot. The screen that's going to this wall is made out of styrofoam. We've done styrofoam screens before. My projector I'm going to be using on that wall, 500 lumen LG projector. That's all we need. This is 50. I can pull with no problem. So if 50 can read from here on the desk, which we're going to convert the desk into one big screen, a 500 lumen portable projector is a cakewalk. 200 lumens, cakewalk. 150, cakewalk. That's why we start them off at 50. But if you put your mark in there at 2,000 lumens, you know how pitiful that is? That's pitiful. A 2,000 mark, are you kidding me? How easy that is? You know, with projectors, you actually, you basically block out. You got the Panasonic has those 1,500, 1,600 lumen projectors. Those things are amazing. Block those out from the door. Any of the portable projectors definitely are not going to be able to adapt to your technology. If you have it at a 2,000 mark, that's a safety switch.
Put the power of AI inferencing to work control processors.
Gamers don't require no 2000 lumen mark. Oh, heck no. And then I've seen the darker gray mixes. They require 3000. Really? Remind you, they're not ambient light rejection at that. And they require 3000 to kick. We could do it at 50. No, you get people that'll paint their screens gray or whatever. And they'll say, hey, you can see the screen. Yeah, you can see the screen, but your quality is poor. Quality is extremely poor. Because if you can see the screen, you can come into a commercial environment like I'm in right now. You can display on that screen size over there. We've done 120s, 150s in commercial environments. And you should be able to operate with no problem whatsoever. Without even changing the environment. Sony's make those ultra short throw portable projectors, but the only problem, they come from Japan, and the wait time to get one over here. But we need to order one. I have to have one of those because that projector is pretty nice, man. Now, because how I have to set the table up when we get ready to do it, all this is going to be off the table. It's not going to be here at all, period. So the table system has to be built a little different because we can't have the projector here, which I don't want, because I want to be to see the screen there and I want to be to see the screen there. So we can't have this like this. That can't be like that. We can't have that. So what we have to do is we have to build a system that rises up and comes over where the projectors can connect and they can tilt downward to project the image this way so we can see it flat. I don't want to put a giant ultra short throw up here on my table. I really just want to put like a little portable, which would be fantastic, and we can hang it over top and we can project downward like we had at the garage. That's how I want to set it up. Now with that, we have another tool. It's about that big. It looks like a little projector, but it's not. The projector actually connects to that unit. That allows the projector, allows me to be able to drag and drop objects over the screen. So I can drag and drop whatever I want. I can put my screens over here, 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 and here. I want the desk to be completely touch. Because again, like I said, we got investors that come through here and they get a chance to see our technology. They get to walk on the technology coming in. They get to see it displayed to the walls. They get to see all the cool stuff we're working on. And the desk is just one big screen. And that's what I'm going to turn it into. So this section from here to here is going to be one big screen. This over here, I'm going to put my stuff over here on this side over here. And then I can have my projector system set up. So basically we can display right there, right here. Now, once we get that done, and it's a special coating we're going to have on that. It's not a gamer, it's a very special coating we're attaching to that. We're going to be marketing that to other companies and other offices on how they can have this screen that they can lay flat to their table. And they can basically, we're going to even build the projector stand that allows you to be able to put the projectors in. I was in the process of building my own outer boxes too. I forgot about that. I'm building outer boxes for my projectors. So we're doing some tests on some knockoff projectors. They get damaged, not worrying about it. They're cheap machines at the end of the day. So put them in there and test them. Make sure these tanks, these units can hold without having any problems.
With Google Workspace, you can get any job done on your phone. From giving feedback, to attending meetings, to signing contracts. That's working from anywhere made easy with Google Workspace.
That's why I want to put the white sheet of paper across the screen to show you that. And if you have a surface, people think if you take your projector and you push it up or close this to your screen, that your distance throw eliminates. Yeah, ultra short throws automatically eliminate the distance throw. But the thing you have at the end of the day, that you have an extra 3,000 lumens of light making contact with a screen that's having a difficult time operating in a fully lit environment as it is. So your screen washes out. So we really don't, at the end of the day, we put gray screen in there because, again, gray screen is going to react the same. What's the difference between a gray screen and a white screen? Not much. You really can't see the difference. We did our testing. As a matter of fact, we're designing an advanced version of a gray screen paint product to put against our own product. And we do invite other people to make gray screen paints to basically challenge the product. Now, keep in mind, like I said, it's a free product. Everybody's going to know what's in it. So if you go in and you basically tamper with it, they're going to know you tampered with it. And you have to tamper with a product that's free. This is not going to look good for you. If you match this stuff, and I mean match, I'm not talking about no little hiccups, no little bumps, or none of that. I'm talking about actually show a difference between night and day. Like when you take a white screen and we put it against this stuff. So if you come up anywhere close to matching this thing, you're done. That's it. Just to let you know. Your product automatically becomes free. And it's not for it's for everybody. But the reason why we're designing this product is not for that particular purpose. We're designing that product because I need an upgrade gray screen to put against my product. And we have to build one. Because the products that we have out there, yeah, you can't even pass the digital 2.0 application test we had to put the screen through. And it's literally a challenge. It sits on the Crystal Edge page as a challenge. This was a screen paint that was tested in a max out zone on projectors of 1,000 lumens, and it was able to read, knockout certifies, hiccup on ultra short throws, knockout certifies, produce images outside. A 2.0 we designed could do that. And it's a challenge for any gray screen paint to try to match or better it, and they can't do it. It's right up on the page. You'll check it out for yourself. It's right there. So that's the difference between our product and a white screen. You're going to have to show that massive of a difference versus a new gray screen paint we're developing. What do we call it? Free test. That's literally what we're going to call it. Free test. If I was going to be rude about it, I could call it cancellation, because literally we'll cancel out your screen if you match this stuff. But that's not for that. It's for testing against our stuff. That's why we're making it. But I would advise you, if you do this, your stuff's going to come free automatically. And there's nothing special about it. It's an easy, basic gray mix, pretty much. I mean, I can call it off the top of my head right now. Half and half, which is pretty much, if you're putting silver and people put teaspoons of silver, I watch them do it, you will never see this, ever. You'll never see that silver, ever. You'll see the glitter in there, you will not see that silver. That's why they do half and halves. If you're doing 32 ounces, it'll be 16 silver, 16 bare 1050, kind of like the 1050, or network grade 773, I kind of like the tone in that. But if you can't get network grade 773, you can use bare 1050. It doesn't make a difference. So, or you can use bare silver screen, that too. But basically, it still has to be a half and half. It has to be 16 and 16. Once you put that in, your scoops of black paint. Black paint is only used for toner. So you're going to go anywhere from, I would go from 1 to 3. You would have it lighter, you would have it mid, and you would have it darker, a little darker. That's it. And then as for your silver you want to use, go down to Home Depot. No, Home Depot, I think what you call this stuff. Lowe's. Go to Lowe's, get some of that silver glitter they have, and you put down 1/4 in. You don't want to put a lot in because then you get a Christmas tree effect. And that's what we're going to use to test against our own products. So we're going to post it. The ingredients right there. As a matter of fact, I'll post the ingredients today. We'll post the ingredients. This is a more advanced engineered screen paint to put against our own stuff. Now, if you want to sit up there and argue at the end of the day and say, hey, look, you know, his product at the end of the day doesn't do the same thing our product does, then you go do the ingredients. That's all you have to do. If you feel offended by our tests that we developed a gray screen paint, a more advanced gray screen paint to put against our stuff for more of an interesting test, and if you feel that what we're saying in our videos are completely false, then there's a challenge on that ingredients. you go make it YouTube live stream. Everybody has to see you mix this stuff, so we know you didn't tamper with it. And everybody's going to see the ingredients and going to know what's in it. If you match it, then hey, there you go. And mind you, you're going to have to make 3 of these because there's 3 blends with this. They're in the blacks. There's always from 1, 2, and 3. Each one makes a different shade of screen. So you have to make 3 of these to put against your screen. And you'll use it. All tests will be done when you do it. YouTube live stream. Means if you match this stuff, I don't care if it's even a slight hiccup. I told you the whole theory about the couch. Simple and plain. You can have a couch worth $1,000. You can have a couch worth $200. This is how people react, and this is how it is. It's basic, simple understanding how people see things. If that couch costs $2,000 and the other couch, say $1,000, and the other couch costs $200, they'll look at both of those couches and they'll see if there's a massive difference between the two. If you really can't tell and it's just a little bit off, they'll buy the couch for around $200 because you're really not going to see it, to tell you the truth, at all. Period. You know what I mean? You really have to get really close on top of the road. No one's going to really notice it. So let's get the one for $200. That's what people basically do when they reason. Even if they have the $1,000, even if they have the money to spend and they can spend it easy, they'll still go for the $200 couch because it's saving money. But if there's a big difference, and you can definitely tell one from the other, they're going to sacrifice and pay for that $1,000 just to have that couch. So you see what I'm getting at here? If your product basically ends up matching the product, and it's just a little bit of change, just a little bit, but nothing really that's going to make or break a deal, they're going to go with the free product. Now, if you can show a difference between night and day like this, well, they're going to go for the $1,000. $100 sofa, $1,000 sofa. There you go. Now look at the table carefully. See the table? Notice when I told you white screens and gray screens reflect light all over the place. Look at the reflection of the table on the screen that's white. And for those of you saying, oh, but that's a white surface, it's not a screen. I do my test, gentlemen. I do my test. All right? I've done the white screen test. I go on forum sites all the time. The first argument I get is, oh, no, a white sheet of paper is not equal to a white screen. We had a Elite screen in. It has a 2.0 gain sitting on it. It was one of the screens that basically had an interesting time trying to return back to Elite screen or get my support bars in to build my screen. I had a problem with that. But anyway, we had the surface there all together. And it was Elite screen surface at that. So we took a t-shirt, white sheets, whatever, put it up there to see if there was any difference on what makes their white screens better than someone else's. And no, you really can't tell the difference. So that white sheet of paper will do the same thing as a white screen will. Been there and done it. Had the whole discussion, the whole 9 yards. Same thing. Now, see the table? See the reflection of light that comes off the table? That's because that screen's not absorbing. That white surface can't absorb. This is what happens in your dedicated theater rooms. When you hit a white screen, you hit a gray screen, it reflects light all over the place. It bounces right back in your face. Our technology is designed to absorb light, produce a beautiful, bright image, real color, far better contrast, and absorb light. Yep. That's why when people sit there and say that, hey, best screen to have for your dedicated theater room is a gray and white. No. Stop lying. No. That's the last thing you want in there. You don't want a gray and white screen in there at all, period. You know, all that light's reflecting all over the place. So as you can see in the table, that screen reflects right over the table. It's the same amount of light that you'll have, not the same amount of light, but that's what the light reaction you'll have when you have a dedicated theater room. When that thing hits, the light's only splashing all over the environment. Let's see what the difference is going to be with 4K Snow Screensaver Cottage.
Getting that from YouTube.
See? I know my stuff at the end of the day. I do so much testing. I've done so much testing on so much stuff it's not even funny. I did a month's worth of testing showing the difference of why you don't use white and gray screens, and either they don't even work in dark environments. We've done those tests. I've done test demonstrations showing you in using it. I built a dedicated theater room to show you this. Why you don't use white screens and gray screens in dedicated theater rooms, because they splash light all over the environment. They can't absorb light. That's why they wash out and fade. They have no form of ambient light rejection capabilities. Red screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Is actually reflecting a better red to the table than it is to the screen. Because the table's darker than the screen, that's why. Yeah, interesting, isn't it? Yeah, I've done all these tests already. I know my stuff at the end of the day. That's why you get on camera and you hear, and I hear people talking about gray screens and what they do and all that. I'm like, no, can't do that, can't say that. No, go to your specification sheet, read through your stuff. I'm like, oh my goodness, you've got to be kidding. Like, where's the rest of it? There's so much missing out of here. Where's the rest of this? Whew, this is the reason why he comes in and curses me out. We used to go to his website and go read through his stuff. I'm like, where's the rest of the specification sheet? That's not even a summary, a proper summary. You have to put down information on the product. But if you don't know your product, then you can't put information down on it. And this projector is 50 lumens, that's it. So that white surface is basically reflecting that light onto the table, and it's washed out. Now imagine if you hit that with an ultra short throw projector at 3,000 lumens, and what will happen? Man, the back of your walls and everything, if you turn around and take your image and look, you should not have light splashing off your walls and ceiling. You shouldn't have it at all, period. The screen should absorb all that in, and the image should come back at you. When we do this in a dark environment, you will see that our screen doesn't reflect any light anywhere. I've done this multiple times in the apartment, showing that, look, when we put that white surface on there, we hit it with an ultra short throw, light splashes all over the walls and everything. It happened in here. When I showed you the test surface on how we want to put the screen and how big we want to put it, light was splashing all back here, back here, back here. It was canceling all the light we had in here because it was reflecting all over the place. Now we take that and put a black screen in there, and you're just going to see complete darkness all around, but the screen's going to pull up nice and bright. That's how it's supposed to look. Blue screens.
Getting that from YouTube.
That's why we brought in Mr. Mannequin. Should have labeled. I'm going to go back and change the videos to Mr. Mannequin, because it's the best way to find those videos. Mr. Mannequin was the mannequin head that we had sitting on top of the projector, and I had a motorized projection screen. The wall behind the motorized projection screen was white and gray. So when we took this motorized projection screen and we brought it down, you could see the environment go dark. The minute we bring it up, the image would fade, the color would fade, and the environment was just full of all this light splashing all over the place. And then when you go to turn, and we did the bring the screen down, you could see where Mr. Mannequin was not. You can see it. When our screen was down, and we bring it up, you can see Mr. Mannequin. The whole environment is all lit up. That's what you're seeing right back at you. Now, literally, the table on the reflection has a better color than the white surface. Slow color changer.
Getting that from YouTube.
Would it be a snow color? Yeah, they gave us snow color. Slow color changer.
Getting that from YouTube.
And did they give us what we want? Yeah, they did give us what we want. There we go. Nope. Pass on that. There we go. So this is going to show a bunch of colors. If you notice, you look at the table, you look at the white surface. Now, most people, if they didn't know about our products and they had to went through this situation, the first thing they'll do is they'll go out and buy a more expensive projector. They'll buy a higher lumen count because they figure the light's in the environment, it's plaguing the screen, it's not allowing the image to transfer over. They'll buy a 4K projector for higher resolution. They'll buy something amazing and probably insane color wheel attached to it so the colors pick up much better. And then they'll realize that they're still in the same boat. A little bit better, but you're still in the same boat. You're not getting that same image that you're looking at the family of 5 on the side of your projector box. Now you go to a forum site, they tell you how to calibrate. So now you're in there calibrating your projector. Now I explained to the naysayers the difference between calibrating and adjustment. Adjustment means when you go into your projector, you're using your controls. That's not calibrating. Calibrating comes with software and disk and all these programs in order how to calibrate your equipment. I got friends of mine to do, actually got a friend of mine who does projector calibrations, and he has software to do it. Different story. But anyway, so with that being said, yeah, you can spend all the money you want. I know friends of mine who have JVC projectors. They're $90,000 machines, and they can't turn the lights on. I don't care how high your contrast is. Well, perfect example, the P2. We went through that. How many people have these P2 projectors? As a whopping 2 million to 1 contrast, every single demonstration in a dark environment. Meanwhile, I can come on here with a $10 projector and a 50 lumen projector and do this with no problem whatsoever. So that's what I said. At the end of the day, it's your screen. Unless you got a knockoff projector, then it's your screen and your projector, and therefore we can't help you at all, period, because we don't support them. The only thing we support is that projector, and it actually works. And we had it for 5 years, probably a little longer than that. Most likely, probably so. Oh, other light on, you thought it was going to affect the screen? No, if it doesn't affect that screen, how is it going to affect this one? At all, period. And people get shocked. I turn all the lights on. I have partial lights on. Sometimes I do it on purpose. I have partial lights on. I did it with the other screen over there. We have partial lights on. So they can talk. You know, you get enough long enough rope to hang themselves. So they got to have a voice talking about my stuff. But anyway, yeah, we don't turn on certain lights. And then we turn on all the lights and they just get mad and leave the room. Yeah, that humble pie is something else, ain't it? Yep. That's the only way you can get a white screen to actually function. You got to be in the dark to do it. That's why white and gray screens don't have ambient light rejection technology. This is why they're constantly doing demonstrations in the dark, because this is where their colors will improve. Problem you have is that we can take our technology and go in there too. This is a darker screen that can blend with no problem. So if our technology looks amazing with the lights on, imagine what they do with the lights off. 4K demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
I think we'll go here with this. White screen can't read in the dark. Not next to our technology, it won't. Starfield screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
Somebody just left. They were like, oh, heck no. Yeah, you can't pull this. Can't read it. can't pick up contrast. You can't read it. I can't express it enough. You can't read it. You can't see it at all, period. And you don't possess contrast shifting capabilities, so you can't pick it up. So a white screen can't read it at all. Even in the dark, it can't read it. So that's why I explain to customers that even if you're in the dark, and we've done this multiple times with outdoor projection screens, people say, well, it's going to be nighttime anyway. I'm not going to really see a difference at all. We can show you where you can't see the screen at all. That's why we have tons of demonstrations on just about every projector you could possibly think of. Lasers, long throws, ultra short throws, pico projectors, projectors dropped at 1,000 lumens. Heck, we brought in some big boy projectors and high powered venues, and you still can't see the screen, can't pick up. This projector has 1,000 to 1 contrast on it. That's it. 1,000 to 1. So if you think being in the dark is going to fix your contrast levels next to our technology, it's not. Look at the light reflecting to the table compared to the light on the other side. On my screen over here, nothing. This screen right here, look at the table. When the fish transfers back over, watch the bottom half of the table. That's how much light reflects all over your environment. Now, this is just a small surface. Imagine that 100 to 120 or 150 inch on how much light is pushing right back in your face. Look at the colors on how our screen produces an amazing, beautiful, rich color, and the white surface can't read. Now, for anyone that sits out there who has a gray screen at the end of the day, and you're saying that you do the same thing we do at the end of the day, hey, we got a matching better test. As a matter of fact, I should make this a matching better. 50 lumens commercial environment. But if you're making that statement at the end of the day, then guess what again, as I said before, we're going to start taking people to court. Because you can't make accusations like that. You can't make accusations. If it doesn't involve us, you can't make those accusations. Because again, it's fraud. It is what it is. Your screen has limitations. That's what they have, limitations. If you're comparing yourself to us, then you're comparing yourself to them heavy gunmetals too. That means you could do the same thing as Black Diamond. You could do the same thing as Elite Screen. What about them? They don't mention them at all, do they? And we basically can take those screens. So if you could take us, you could take the certifieds too. So that means at the end of the day, then there's some tests missing, a lot of tests missing. White screensaver, snow level cottage.
Getting that from YouTube.
Look at the table. So that's all that light that pushes back in your face when you're watching your projector. And ultra short throws have the highest pushback because again, the distance throw 3,000 lumens, you're sitting right up on top of the screen. The difference is that when we do this in a dedicated theater room, any room we put it in, and I fire off those projectors in that environment, all those screens we have in, if you notice, there was no light splashing around in any of the environments, not even off the ceiling. The entire environment was able to stay dark. All the lights were able to illuminate with no problem, and the screens were able to produce nice bright images. So You take a ultra short throw projector 3000, you take a 5000 lumen and you stick that in the screen environment with a white and gray screen, you could drop something in the middle of the floor and see it because the light reflecting off the projector will allow you to see your surrounding environment. You do this with our technology, you ain't seeing jack on that floor. Difference between that and that. Yeah, I do a lot of testing. Simple stuff just like that. I test all the time. That's how I know my technology extremely well. I can basically show and go into a dedicated theater room set up with anybody and show them the difference why our technology is far better, because we can pick up our white levels and colors and 100% contrast. But not only that, we can basically absorb light. You can see your remote control crystal clear. And over there it's gone. Red screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Not even in the dark, your screen will work. And this won't work at all. Can't read it. So pretty soon we're going to have it down packed that our technology will be the only technology to buy for your home theater setup. We're going to make our technology a household name. Look at the interesting thing about that. The reflection here looks like our color of our screen here, but it's coming off the white screen. Isn't that interesting? This is what I mean by when I say my customers have options. We turn our lights on. So if we turn our lights on, that screen should be able to produce the same thing this one's producing. But if you have to be in the dark to improve your images, that's going to be a problem. If you can't turn your lights out, that's going to be even a bigger problem. You can't turn your lights on. Sorry about that. Yep, you should be able to do that with no problem. So that's why I explained that when we do demonstrations, and people may say, well, the screen's smaller. Look, here's the thing. It doesn't make a difference. We can choose to use a small screen. We can use a big screen. It doesn't make a difference. We've done these tests on every type of scale screen. If you're saying, hey, we're 235, we've done 235. We've done all that stuff. Rear projection, all that stuff already. Inside, outside, we've done it. We've done it at 50 lumens. We've done them at ultra short throws. We did them at high venue projectors. We've done them already. It does not read on a white and gray screen, won't pick it up. It can't read it. Mind you, I told you the history behind the gray screen paints, because I was around when all that, well, I wasn't around when it happened. I was 5 years too late, but I was still around a lot before all these other people got into it. And the whole purpose of the gray screen was basically produce a better image than the white screen. That's all it was designed for. And the two things they were looking for was not a higher white level, was better contrast and color. That's what they were looking for. If they were looking for higher white levels, then why would you even make a gray screen paint to begin with when you have a white screen that will do it automatically from the door? And it's virtually impossible to get higher white levels because the minute you basically tint that product and make it a darker gray, your white levels automatically drop. Now, if anyone's willing to go over court at the end of the day by saying that their gray screen produces the same white level as a white screen, you're going to lose your shirt in the courtroom because you know that's virtually impossible. Anytime you darken the screen, the white levels drop. So, the bottom line is the reason why the gray screen paint was made, because it can adjust to a little bit more light. You can have a couple of lights in there and it would still function somewhat fairly. It does pick up a little bit slightly better shade of gray when it comes to contrast levels. It doesn't pick up 100% black, and it picks up a little bit better color. But again, at the end of the day, it's an obsolete product. Why? Gunmetal technology. So when the black diamonds and all those high-end screens started popping up, they produce far better contrast, far better colors, and their game capabilities are insane. So with that being said, the only reason why those paints are budget paints, they call them now, the only reason why those budget paints are existing is because the gunmetal screens are very expensive. They're $5,000, $3,000 screens. So what happens now when you have a black technology that pops up out of nowhere, and the black technology can produce the Infinity 1 contrast levels, it produces better color, it absorbs 10 times more light, they're ultra short though compatible. Heck, they even work on some of the crazy stuff we have here, like the laser interactive technology and projector mapping applications. They can be used for front and rear technology. They can even absorb sunlight. So the pecking order changes now, because now you have a screen that's more powerful than a gunmetal technology. And that technology under us basically costs far less than the gunmetal screens. And to prove it, we basically went out and got oodles and oodles and oodles of these screens, every single one we could get our hands on, and done dozens of these tests to prove that theory. So that makes our technology more superior. And even though we've done tons of tests on great screen paints, we purchased other people's great screen paints, we bought their products and brought them over, they didn't test well. We bought other great products, they didn't test well. So yeah, but the gray screen paint still wants to claim that its product is still more superior than the high-tech gunmetal technology and more superior than black technology. The only problem is they can't back it and they can't prove it, so they just talk it. And that's the reason why we're challenging companies in court. Can't lie about it. You're going to have to back it up. Now, for someone to sit there and says, well, I can back it up. I have a ship back policy. I'm the only person that has that ship back policy on their website for screen paint. I'm the only one who has it. And a customer can ship the item back, and we'll test it on YouTube live stream. We're the only ones with batch numbers. Name one company right now that has screen paint that has a batch number sitting on theirs. Nope. All our tests are done YouTube live, so everybody can see them. So with that being said, we're the ones basically can back the product 100%. So yeah, I would love to see somebody take me to court for something at the end of the day. That would be hilarious. As I said before, my time is very precious. You waste my time, I'm going to counter lawsuit you for $500,000 to $1 million for wasting my time. I'll walk in that courtroom with no problem and back it up. Any company. I've tested tons of certified screens, and none of them has ever taken me to court. They know I can back my stuff. They know who I am. So with that being said, well, it shows our products work. My 50 lumen projector here. I love this thing. It's a cool little 50 lumen baby. I'm surprised it's not going out here. Let me see. What are we on here? So the gamer technology we have here, we call it the mother of all gaming screens. Show me a gray screen that can match this thing at the end of the day. Show me a white screen that can match it at the end of the day. You're not going to be able to do that. Call of Duty trailers. And this is the ultimate gaming screen. That's what we wanted. Next screen we're going to be developing now is going to be an FLE Quasar gunmetal. Let's see. Call of Duty Warfare Official trailer.
I said I'd never join.
Never knew how strong I was. Joining the Navy sounds crazy.
Saying never actually is.
We got a hit on Hassan.
We can't take him in Iran.
He's not in Iran. Who do we send?
Let's show you why you don't game on white screens. And I see a lot of people on these white screens. Like I said, we want to I went to a restaurant and they had a white screen in there. Oh, it was just like that. It looked just like that.
That's where we're in position. Bravo team offload here. Alpha team stays on board to land downrange. This is capture or kill.
Ya asómate esa, yo metiéndole y todavía sueno como nuevo. Si no tiene relevo, me sobra el dinero, el respeto y los huevos. Cada movimiento que hago es
And you play Call of Duty, you know how important contrast levels are. They are extremely important.
Get their hands on this.
It's either Russia or us.
anywhere I roam.
So, for any gray screen paint out there, claim to be an ultimate gamer paint, we accept your challenge. We're coming to buy. I'll put you against my product, and I'll put you on its commercial site. Because if you're going to sit there and try to compete with our technology, this is our custom gaming technology, I will bring you on site. Commercial environment, tons of light, low entry level projectors. You won't have your 4K machines to help you. You won't have your high lumen projectors to help you. We'll stick you on a $10 machine and I'll stick you in a fully lit environment like this and see if you can function in there. Either it works or it doesn't. Can't do dark environments and saying, hey, look, the product works. No. And everybody's environment's going to be the same. People's environments change. So you can't say that at all, period. But we'll come by and we'll stick you in a dark and we'll stick you in a fully lit environment. Because again, we go to game shows and stuff like that. Those environments are well lit. And of course, they got monitors in there. They got screens in there, but they're white screens and they're washed out. Oh, GTA. I'm not even going there watching that until I get my machine done.
So we're gonna Peggy 18. Going dark.
And Gamer's a beast. Told you, we engineered it to be the best. 50 lumens, 720p. Now imagine with a 1080p projector. Even at 1500 lumens, this thing is going to be boss. 800 lumens is going to be boss. You people with 4K projectors, you have no idea what you've been missing.
Target locked. Rifle 1-1 on approach. Multiple target sighted. Bring fire.
I told you I'm bringing in a 4K for Warhammer. That's what you want at the end of the day. Now, let me explain something to you. Your console systems will run beautifully on this technology. For those individuals who took what I said and tried to twist it around by saying that I hated no, I'm console. I've been playing console since Vector Graphic and Pong. You know what Vector graphics are? You ever play Tempest in the arcade? Them graphics coming at you, they do the lines over and over and over, so it makes one big solid image. That's Vector graphics. That's how long ago I've been playing games, since Pong. Yeah, when Radio Shack was, before it was called Radio Shack, it was called Tandy Corporations. I was gaming. So, I've been in my console just about all my life. But, like I said, I stand by my decision when I said that at the end of the day, hard drives are way too low. Everything else on this system is fantastic, but the hard drive system, too low, needs more ventilation system at the end of the day, which I had to do with my own PC back there. I had to pull the hard drive out and bring it up so I can get more air to it because that compressed case was overheating my system and causing my unit to shut down on me. And yeah, you can get hard drive failure from overheating. Easy. So yeah, that's another issue. That's the reason why I said if I ever did decide to do that system, I'm going to have to liquid cool the hard drive because I know I'm going to have to do it. I don't have a choice. So yeah, your console system is going, your PS5, you can have a PS5 or Xbox One, any one of the systems, to play that on a gray and white screen is a slap in the face of your console system. It is. It's disrespecting your console system. If you're going to go out and get a TV at the end of the day, you're going to go buy yourself a gray RCA old model TV at the end of the day. You're going to get one of those? No, you're going to get an OLED. That's what you're going to go pick. You're going to pick something up where you can get the best and the best contrast you can possibly get. Because every gamer knows at the end of the day, contrast is everything. It's everything. So the fact that you're gaming on a gray and white screen is a slap in your face to your, it's disrespecting your console system or your PC. There you go. All right, people. I'm going to do something really fun real quick. I'm going to do something like, let's see. Nintendo Switch trailers. Are you listening to me? Nintendo Switch trailers.
Getting that from YouTube.
Some nice, beautiful, bright colors in here. Can we do some the demos or trailers? We're not doing trailers on this thing anymore? Got one trailer in here. Let me see. Yeah. You need to bring another Jet Set radio. I love Jet Set radio. I'm picking up a Nintendo Switch. I like this. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to pick that up. I like that. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to pick that up. I like that. I like games like that. I had a Nintendo. I had the Switch when it first came out. There's a lot of games for it, but now, geez, I like that. I like games like this. At the end of the day, I'm definitely gonna check that out. That's why I got that thing called Had Some Time. I love the game Had Some Time. Oh man, it was a good game. It was tedious as I don't know what. It had some really interesting puzzles to it, and yeah, it was kind of nerve-wracking at certain times, but I love the game. Definitely have to get me a Nintendo Switch now. That'd be fantastic for theater on the go because it's all portable. PlayStation, Devil May Cry.
Getting that from YouTube.
PlayStation 5, Tekken.
Getting that from YouTube.
Is there a Tekken? Oh, man, wrong choice with PlayStation 5, Tekken.
Getting that from YouTube.
How did we get the PlayStation 5 packing from Tekken? PlayStation 5 fighter games.
Getting that from YouTube.
If I was back at the beginning, I would choose a snitch you all over again.
Out of the pressure. But life's been trying me. I learned all my lessons. I'm realizing. All right, I'm ready. I'll show you strong. Every day to be a better man. I'm ready for a fight when it's on, it's on. I'm charging like a bull when it's on, it's on.
Contrast is everything. Gotta have it.
Let us begin. Showtime! Round one. Who you got?
I'm gonna do a side by side. I guess we'll pick up a PS5. We're not gonna do anything to it. I'm not leaving it in the case. Not gonna touch it. Leave it exactly what it is. Cause we're gonna do side by sides with them. Do side by side with the PS5 next to the PS4 on this gaming technology, and then we'll do it on gray screen and white screen. Definitely gonna do that. We'll pick up an Xbox system and I definitely want to get myself a Nintendo Switch because I want that Odyssey game. I definitely want that. Gran Turismo.
Getting that from YouTube.
I'm trying to play this. Gran Turismo trailers.
Getting that from YouTube.
Look what I've just made. The perfect pearl.
Not too bad, but check this out.
Whoa, a true Venus clam.
Red Bull gives you wings.
If you miss a line in the game, you reset. If you miss it on the track, you could die. Who do you think the best driver is?
Probably Rory.
I would dust him in a lap. Nah, all you do is sling video games with some crazy dreams of racing car.
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, night missions, Gran Turismo. You can't see your screen that well because the color's washing out, contrast is fading. Have to be in this dark environment. No, not with this technology. You won't. You'll see every inch of that track. You'll see the detail in your cockpit, everything. That's why I said contrast is everything. Need for Speed trailer.
Getting that from YouTube.
What's a Need for Speed 3? Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit.
Getting that from YouTube.
I love this trailer. If you played the old school back in the day, this had one of the most, I think, best trailers I've seen so far in the game. Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit trailer.
Getting that from YouTube.
Let me find this thing.
I would definitely describe Susan as a fighter for the signature seasoning and buttery flavor in every twist. Dot's sensationally seasoned pretzels.
With new got-to-be metallics paint passion, say goodbye to boring color. Defy what's normal.
It's the original one. No, I think it's the original one for PS1.
Just had a vehicle blow past me high speed. 34 today, nothing 314. Alright, guys, bearing down on your 20, hard and fast.
No, this ain't the one. We got a Bugatti. No, I want the original. PS1 Need for Speed 3 trailer.
Getting that from YouTube.
More now on the escalating police chase that began as a joyrider's need for speed. Every available officer.
No, that's not it. Where is the one? I have to really dig into my archives to bring that one up. This is the original one. This one I played, I like right here. Oh, this is it. This is definitely it. Man, I used to play this game faithfully. You put in the code ROCKET, you get this supercar. Those of you from this generation, you know what I'm talking about. I'm going to bring up the Mercedes sports car. Oh man, I love that game, man. I still got mine. I still got mine from my PS1. Still got it.
Peggy
All right.
12.
4K tropical fish. Put my fish tank in real quick.
From YouTube.
There we go. All right, people. Hope you enjoyed the demonstration on the new technology that's already available. Now, we have this in our 64 ounces vapor lock containers. Paints up the screen size of 180 inches. Does come with a free blackout cloth surface now. A massive whopping 10 by 20 screen, which means it's 10 feet by 20 feet. Allows you to build your own projection screen however way you want to design it. Whether you want to do a 235.1, you want to set that 1610, 16:9, or 4.3 old school. And as you can see, it looks absolutely amazing when it comes to TV, sports, movies, all that good stuff at the end of the day. Let me see. Movie trailers. One coat application for the technology can be sprayed on, of course, fully ultra short throw compatible and fully weatherproof.
Did you just pay with PayPal?
So much to learn, Chad. I want to pay with you every...
Now, as I showed you, the important thing about having our darker technology screens is the fact that you don't have to worry about the light splashing all over the environment, that annoying light.
Car number 6, we are moving. 4 Alpha, repeat 4 Alpha, window seat steams on all sides. Copy that.
Now I'll put the model number of the projector I'm using in the demonstration in the description. This is our 720p XGA projector at 50 lumens at 1000:1 contrast, 720p. Transformer fight scenes.
Getting that from YouTube.
Screen paint is available with free worldwide shipping, no hidden surcharge fees.
We got Decepticons everywhere.
I got my whole team deployed looking for him. Iron Eye! That's Sentinel. Get him locked up inside.
Consider it done. You gotta guard him because he's the key to the whole thing.
Indeed I am. What you must...
Well, that guy was a traitor to begin with.
Rally all death forces back to the base! Come on, bro!
Let's go with Batman. Oh. Is she working? There we go. Batman versus Superman.
Getting that from YouTube.
Well, here I am.
Roll out! This bot is crazy!
Options, people. Options. 1000:1 contrast, fully lit environment. You can bounce it over there too. At $10 projector. As I said before, options.
Well, here I am. Bruce, please.
Batman versus Bane.
Getting that from YouTube.
Not as serious as yours. I share. Let's not stand on ceremony here. Mr. Wayne. Patience cost you your strength. Victory is defeated.
Batman and the Joker.
Getting that
Let's do the tumbler. Batman tumbler scene.
Getting that from YouTube.
Hey, you wait like everybody else, pal.
Batman scene. There we go. The irony. He set a fire truck on fire.
Come on, let's go!
Oops. Right back up there. Hopefully it stays. It does not want to stay. There we go. Yeah. That's why they don't work. And this is what we bump into right now in every office setting. We bump into white screens. See, at the end of the day, and I love saying that word so much, at the end of the day, we don't see gray screens out here. This is where the money's at. The money's out here. This is where the big contracts are. This is where you can walk into an office building and you're not dealing with one customer, you're dealing with an entire building. This is where the heavy contracts are at. Excuse me. And all we see out here is white projection screens. And as you see, this technology can overpower white screen, lights on, light off, commercial environment, inside, outside, no problem whatsoever. So for people that are online that have not been doing proper testing and you've been sticking to dark environments, ambient light controlled environments, cutting corners, using high power projectors to try to make your product look good online, you can't come out here. Because these are all commercials out here, and you have to be to operate in these fully lit environments, which means if you've been faking it online, you're not going to make it out here. And this is where the money's at. Either way, if you get somebody who contacts you from an office or any kind of large commercial company, and they want that product to work in a fully lit environment, what are you going to tell them? Well, it has to be used in an ambient light. Well, we can't use it in an ambient light controlled environment. It has to be in a fully lit environment. This area needs to be well lit. What can you tell them? There you go. See, that's why we don't worry about when people talk nonsense at the end of the day, because again, you can't operate in commercial environments, which is a must. It's a definite must. All right, put my lights back on. And oh, by the way, you get 16 feet of these LED lights right here that'll basically come with your kit along with your screen. You can change it to different colors. I'm just a big fan of the blue right there. Change it to white. You can even put in sound effects. 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. Another one. 1 2 3 4 5. Is this a sensitive one or is this not? There we go. 1 2. Which one is this to? Oh, hold on a minute. Oh, there we go. It's a slow fade shade. There we go. Toss back and forth. Has a repeat. 1 2 3. 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2. Oh, I've got boxes over there. Oh, there we go. There we go. Bop, 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 bop. So yeah, you get these for free. These will come with your kit. Put mine back to my blue, which I like to use. I like my blue. Nope, deeper blue. There we go. And yes, you can dim them if you want. And you can brighten them up if you want. It's up to you on how you want to do it. You can also make them flash, strobe, all that good stuff. Let me get me back to my blue. Darker blue. Darker blue. There we go. Orange, green, bum, 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 bum. There we go. All right, so they come free with your kit and a massive 10 by 20 if you can't figure out exactly what you want to paint it on. Some people rent at the end of the day, so you know they can't paint on their wall, so this makes it easier for you to already have the surface already in the box. Now we did put down some instructions, and we advise you to basically paint the surface with 2 coats of primer. Regular paint really doesn't make a difference, so that way you have an even coat all the way across. So we've done these at 250s and 180s. They're all fabric screens. They all have to be painted the exact same way. Let me get back to my fish because that's what I'm watching. Or I might do Outer Space Apartments.
Getting that from YouTube.
I like watching these. And they'll work.
In every generation, there are those who question the status quo. Questions like,
Do we want to get there? Anything shorter? No, anything shorter.
One thing I thought we
Don't want to see that. Outer Space Apartment screensavers.
getting that from YouTube.
You can watch a whole 30 minutes of political nonsense. I don't want to watch that. It's got a nice starship on it. That reminds me of the Fifth Element. You see that window like that? That's what we're going to put there pretty soon. Actually going to put an intergalactic window. It's going to be pretty cool when we put it in. Definitely not put one of those babies in. Where's that one with that bright orange on it? I like that one the most. We can do, let me see if we have a ton of commercials behind it.
Cetaphil Gentle Exfoliating
Jeez,
Essay
they all got
Cleanser.
30
For
in there.
softer, smoother
You ever
skin
sit here and let
after
these
just
things
one
run and
use.
see how many commercials they will load on there if you let them do it?
Shop now at your local Walmart store.
Look what I've just made. The perfect.
If you watch the first one, the second one basically pushes it through. There we go. I like this one. But I want the one with the orange on it. Where's the orange at? Outer Space Apartments. Let me see. How did it eat a fish? Ooh, my aquarium. Yeah. Tropical 4K fish.
Getting that from YouTube.
Nah, I don't want that one. I want that one. I'll take this one. This is my favorite. That little fish tank up here. All right, people, gotta go. Hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. Sorry it's a bit long. When usually we do these demonstrations, there's just so much we have to show you. And we have to do a comparison with paper. And I'm just going to show you the 50 lumens to run. I showed you a couple of days ago. I showed you we had this piece of metal behind us. We're going to coat this with our AdTech. I'm sorry, sorry about the wrong choice of words. We're going to coat this with the Apex Gamer and use our 50 lumen projector and display it right off our desk in a fully lit environment. So basically, yeah, there it is right there. No problem whatsoever. And it's very important that we show you a comparison so that way you can see the massive difference between a white screen versus the technology we have here. All right, with that being said, product is available on our website. For those who made purchases, thank you so much. We really appreciate the support. Gotta go. Thank you all, and God bless. And of course, if it wasn't for our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, none of this would be possible. I still have to go into my PC today and do a video on that because I got to remove the entire motherboard, take all that out, and get that ready for the new motherboard, which should be here tomorrow, hopefully. All right, gotta go. God bless.